it should be scary for men to even think
about that.
Think about it. That's number one. And
because
also,
it's a thought process. It's like you don't just rape someone. You've obviously thought about it. You've obviously fascinated about
you've
these
imagined
you doing it. So like,
hey guys, welcome back to I Am Siithembs. If it is your very first time popping into my channel, don't forget to subscribe down below. Click the bell button so that you can get your instant notifications whenever Siithembs not download, whenever Siithembs uploads. And if you are a face that's been here, done this, hello.
welcome back.
Welcome back. As you can see, we have a new face on the channel. We have Mama Farnel Smart, but we call her Fifi. Yes.
Fifi Bon. Hi,
Fifi.
guys.
How are you, Thomas?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm also good. Thank you so much. So guys, the first thing is that Mama is visiting Johannesburg. She's visiting daughter. Thank you. Thank you. So we're going to talk about a bit of our experience, her experience, and also what is happening in South Africa at the moment. What is happening, Mama?
No, I don't know. This country is coming. It's the end of the world.
Guys, at the moment we have 1 million hashtags going on. We have hashtag Uyinene, we have Xenophobia, pray for South Africa, also hashtag I am next, hashtag Siithembs. I mean, we have all these hashtags going on, and obviously these are topics that we have to
address.
We have to address, we have to acknowledge, and we have to assure that they are kind of addressed, like you said, and for us to move on and to feel a little bit more safer, because at the moment every woman in South Africa is feeling unsafe. At the same time, I'm not sure how foreigners are feeling too, because that's also something. So for me, I really don't know where I stand as a citizen and what I'm ought to do. But there's things that I've been doing that I feel like I should be doing. Right, Mama? Social spaces, discussing, speaking to people, but at the same time, I'm not sure if it's enough. I think the very first thing that we should be talking about actually is Uyinene. Uyinene was from UCT. She was a student.
She was a beautiful student.
Gorgeous student from UCT. And she was last seen when she was last seen. She disappeared. A hashtag began. And we were looking for her as South Africa. The nation was looking for Uyinene. But obviously she was found, and the results were not really it wasn't favorable to the family, to the friends, to the country, because of course it was a continuation of what happens and what men do to women. She was raped and she was obviously killed. Nothing is cute about that. How do you feel about that, Mama?
I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I don't know what is the next step. I don't know where we are going from here. I feel a lot of things, but
I mean, as a Cape Townian, Uyinene's situation occurred in Cape Town, but it's not the only thing. It's not the only situation of this matter happening in Cape Town. I mean, it happens throughout the world. But you going back to Cape Town, how are you feeling in terms of safety? Because that's also something that you're gonna have to consider. I mean, you pass UCT almost every single day, but it doesn't only happen in UCT.
It doesn't just happen there.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a matter of the whole situation of Uyinene. And I mean, I think why she made it as a hashtag, she had a very
she had a good support
from UCT, and
the whole UCT looking for her.
And we also just jumped on the wagon, and it made it happen. But it's a matter of, do we create hashtags for every girl that gets lost?
And are hashtags doing enough though?
Are hashtags doing enough?
I mean, it gets the word out there, but like, there's a difference between having the hashtag and just tweeting about it, but like, not just Twitter, but like everywhere.
That is,
but also, what else are you doing? Are you actually looking? Are you actually doing these things? Or are you just like...
It's a matter of retweet. People must see that I have retweeted, and that's about it.
That's about it.
I think that's a cute question, Mama. What are you at home doing with the rape situation, the women abuse situation. It's a situation that is not cute. It's been there. It needs to be eradicated totally. It's something that I believe. I mean, I'm male. I don't have this. And queer. So I do have my own fears and my own insecurities and my own battles that I have to battle with society, or well, not personally, but as a community. But in terms of women's status, I don't know. We could be next.
We could be next.
We could be next.
It's like these things happen in seasons.
And also, I mean, Uyinene situation. I mean, that hashtag just came up and it really ran South Africa. So. Yeah. It's a matter of the next day someone is killed, probably queer, and that's a hashtag. That's another person that has been used as an example. For me, do we need to get to that point of examples? What are we doing at home that is proactive as individuals beyond social spaces? Yeah. Do we verbally communicate with people about this situation? Do we talk about it with our friends? And do we action? Do we hold our men accountable? Because that's the thing. Who's the problem here? Is it the girls? Is it the men? Is it the country? Is it the world?
But it's also like many, like social media everywhere. It's like all these things are coming up. We've told girls this, we've told that, we've told that, we've told that. But like, women are not the problem.
That was also like quite a conversation, a discussion. Women are not the problem, and they don't believe they're the problem because they're always aware. They're always walking around quite conscious and cautious of men around them, and men are not as conscious and cautious about women because it's a playground. Yeah, so when it comes to Uyinene, I don't know. I really don't know.
But also, how long is this hashtag gonna last?
Woo!
How long is it gonna last? How long?
That is also another. I'm loving Mama on my channel. I'm loving the questions. I hope you guys can also just interact. Write what you feel, how you're feeling, where are we going, how long is the hashtag gonna last? Who's the problem? Where did this whole I can't say where did it begin. It began when man and woman was on earth, I think. So when it comes to Uyinene, I really, personally, I'm sad of what happened to Uyinene and other women that have been included and also excluded. There are so many untold stories that women have faced when it comes to
But
rape.
also women are now brave enough because of Nene. Other women are coming up with their stories.
Nene,
you did that.
Rest in peace. Just know that your voice is heard. Sorry that you have to be another example. But I really, truly hope that from now we could have like more punitive measures, not just justice-wise, because I feel like justice-wise we should have. Our government should make it scary.
What is the government doing?
It should be scary for men to even think
about that.
Think about it. That's number one. And
because
also,
it's a thought process. It's like you don't just rape someone. You've obviously thought about it. You've obviously fascinated about.
You've imagined
you doing it. So like, what brings you to that point?
Yeah.
At which point do you go, okay, sharp, I'm seeing this girl. Let's rape. Let's kill. No, who thinks like that?
And exactly. But also with that said, the men that has those mental states, how do we as a country help men get back? Because at the moment it's a problem. I could add us as well. I mean, we're men. I'm saying men as a whole. What do we do?
What are men doing? I don't know what I'm doing as a male. I don't know what I'm doing, but what are men doing to help the situation?
Yeah. Besides hashtags.
Besides hashtags, because men as a whole have children.
It's the whole children. It's also you as a man. Remember, you were raised by a woman. Even if you were not, you came from one, and don't you respect that? Don't you respect that? If you
have kids, you should also feel a certain type of way. So what are you doing as a man to help the situation?
But now talking about man and all of that and hashtags, we can also just skip to xenophobia.
Okay.
Because that's also another hashtag that we want to talk about. That is something that we just I don't have much to say when it comes to this. Not because there's not much to say, there is. It's just that I feel very in between about the whole xenophobic act, the whole xenophobic strike, the whole hashtag itself in South Africa. It's not new. It's been here. It comes back year in, year out. So it's what is happening? Where are we? Because my other thing, Mama, like I was speaking to you earlier, when it comes to foreigners, at the moment we're focusing on more the black foreigners. As a Cape Townian, we both Cape Town, we both Cape Townians, and we come from Cape Town, Mama. We know that majority of our foreign base, it wouldn't be necessarily black people.
No.
It would be white people. And I'm not sure if I've seen a hashtag yet saying white people need to go back to where they belong, because that's not how we're treating the situation. So for me, as personally, how should we then look at what is happening with the current situation and Johannesburg?
But it's like, you know, I don't know if it's the problem with our country, but in other countries, if they feel like, okay, it's
they need
too much,
they need to just
they fly the people out. They don't fucking burn them.
And that's true. They fly them out, and the numbers are less. They still have foreign affairs, and they still have foreign relationships, and it's a matter of there's some sort of control. So what control measures can our government put into this?
But it's because the government's not doing anything, so
not
people
involved,
are taking it into their own hands.
Do you think the government is not involved at all, or there's something that government is not telling us? Because remember, as an African country, because for me, sitting down here, I feel like we could easily compare South Africa to other countries, European countries that deploy foreigners back to Africa. We as an African country went through a lot, same as other African countries, and there have been measures of those African countries when we were going through apartheid where they helped us. But it's, when do we stop helping? When is it enough? Because I feel like that's also something that's a stigma that South African government has. It's they don't have much power in deciding when it comes to that, because they were helped during apartheid when we were the focus and we were the ones that are being oppressed. We were crying for places to run to and for weapons and and others. You know the history. So it's So it's like we are in a very weird place, because the countries of these people that we want to deploy, Mama, they are going through something. So what are you feeling?
But like,
what's your take? Because that's why I was saying I'm confused personally as a human.
So you're saying that they're going through things. Okay, great, sure. But
that's where.
So like, is our country the quickest way to get into a different place? Like, is that there? Okay, I need to escape.
Like that, you know, South Africa, you are the problem solver kind of thing.
Exactly. So I'm just gonna go to South Africa. Is that what's happening?
I don't know. I don't, but also if you're looking at other African countries, development-wise, where are they? Also a question. So, you know the whole thing, South Africa could be a possible dream for other Africans. I don't know, but I know a lot of African countries are just as beautiful, gorgeous, with beautiful culture and tradition. But in terms of development and us moving forward with technology, with internet, with lifestyle,
but
maybe
also
we're forward.
Like, when these foreigners come into our country, they work harder than many of the South Africans that we have. Have you ever thought about that?
Hustle-wise.
They hustle.
But also it's them coming from a place where they didn't have nothing and now there's opportunity.
Yes.
So they're making...
But also they come here, they create jobs for themselves.
Yeah.
Whereas...
So that's the discussion, Mama. What you're saying is... So with the South Africans that are here that needs employment and them needing to create and be the same as the foreigners for them to actually boost our economy so that it benefits South Africans, how do we as South Africans that are already thinking in that way influence our other South Africans to ensure that we all help each other to boost the economy than us complaining about those South Africans that are not doing anything at all? Because I mean, more education is needed in South Africa for people to believe in the opportunities that don't exist but are there, that just need to be created by the people.
Yeah.
So this whole thing is very...
It's a lot. It's a
It is a
lot.
lot.
And we can sit here all day and talk about
I feel like we can sit here the whole day. We can talk about it, but Mama, no, you have to tell. You have to tell them your experience on yesterday.
No.
Are you
It's
not?
No, it's not.
Guys, so yesterday, like I said, Mama just got to Johannesburg, not for the very first time. She's just visiting her daughter. And there are, where I live, I need to assure there's a security system where fingerprint, that's how you go in. That's the only way you go in. So as a visitor, you have to assure that
it's been done.
It's been done. Her is ticked and you can go in. So we had a normal evening. We slept and we planned next day. Let's take a trip to the offices. So we woke up. It was a normal day. We did our thing around the place, and then we go out. When we get to CBD,
everything's quiet.
Everything was quiet. Everything was closed. Mind you, we've just woken up. We didn't touch our phones. It's a normal day, but we thought, let's continue.
Let's just go on. Let's play music. Let's go downstairs. Let's
buy
necessities.
Yeah, let's do our necessities. Guys, the shops were closed. Then that was the question, because that was not normal. I was like, public holiday on the 2nd of September.
Yeah.
What's happening?
What is happening?
So, but at the same time, because we're still maybe half asleep, I don't know, we continued with our day. We were trying to find an open shop. That's all that mattered, because we're already outside. Found an open shop and we did our lives, but now we have to do her. We have to now take a walk. Ubers were not going to operate at all, because first of all, I don't know why they're not operative or operational, but now we have to take a walk. And yeah. We took a walk along Johannesburg CBD yesterday during the strikes, during all that mishmash.
A mess.
Guys, okay,
needless to say, it was not cute.
It wasn't cute. So I am a bit numb to the CBD a little bit, because I live in Johannesburg now and I use the CBD. So as scary as it looks for people that have never seen it at all, never experienced it on social media, I'm not talking about the strikes, I'm talking about the wildness, the movement. I'm a bit numb to that, which is fine. But I mean, Mama came from Cape Town, and it's not only a normal day, it's a striking day. And when we came back home from doing our fingerprints, we got to the place, did our fingerprints, walked back, we saw a few fire patches, then we knew there was a strike, but it was still like, hey, Andoni. When we got back home, we were like, the first thing, cell phones, what is happening? Johannesburg CBD, there was a hashtag going on, and I even got traumatized a little bit. I was like, was this what was actually happening? Because that breeze. Do you remember those people falling?
Yes, people were falling from a building.
Oh, falling from a building.
Guy was burned.
Why? And also by MTN, the roads were on fire, and there was a lot of police, but there were like a lot of people, but the streets were also empty at some point. It was like a culmination, I would say, of weird events in one day in one city, but not just one city, actually, in South Africa.
Yeah, just add it.
Because we're not going to really talk about all the hashtags that were happening. The main two things is the xenophobia and Uyinene Xenophobia. Yeah. Mama experienced that. That is weird. That was not cute.
I'm traumatized. I'm traumatized. It's like going to Belleville, but like Belleville on steroids.
Like wild. With weapons, with fire, with aggression. I feel like Belleville in Cape Town, there's still a bit of, we're here to hustle.
Yeah.
Whatever foreigners are there, it's like I haven't.
It's also like the looks on people's faces were different.
Yeah.
And it's like, you turn a corner, there's people standing in a clumpy, and then more people there, and then more. No.
This is how Mama was walking yesterday. She was like, we're gonna get there, and we're gonna get in, and we're gonna close the doors, and we're gonna lock, and that is it, and we're gonna do everything indoors, because that is it for Johannesburg.
I'm done. I wanna go home. Okay, yeah, I want to go to some other part of Johannesburg.
Let's go to the north, friend.
Let's go to the north.
The north!
Yeah, everybody minds their own business.
Damn.
Okay, we are not going to sit here and blab all day.
We're not going to sit here and blab all
things
day.
to do.
A lot of things to do, darling. The watch is saying work o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, it's work o'clock. Guys, thank you so much for joining in, listening, and also adding my mother to the channel as my first visitor.
That's if you made it to the end of this video.
No, you've made it to the end of the video, and don't forget to follow Mama on Instagram. I'm gonna have all her details on the screen. We're gonna have it somewhere on the screen. Oh no, Mama, I feel like the screen is not enough for them.
Okay.
And for us, we're gonna put it on the description box. Guys, don't forget to comment down below, share your opinions, tell me how you feel, and also how beautiful is the mother that gave birth to me.
Please let us know what your thoughts are on all of this. We'd like to hear from you, and
sharing lots of internet love from you to from us to you.
Outro.